So today we have read three passages. The first drawn from the Old Testament, from the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4, from verse 26 to 37. And our second reading had been drawn from the New Testament, from the episode of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, from verse 25. And the Gospel has been drawn from the book of Matthew, chapter 15, from verse 21 to 28. Today we are celebrating the Mother's Day. And across all the three passages, different mothers have been mentioned. But the Bible makes us understand that there are mothers and there are mothers. And today we are celebrating that mother that is diligent, persistent, and mother of faith. And so we are going to look and today we are going to look into this word. What does it mean to be diligent? The mother, that the name is not mentioned, but the Bible tells us she is from the village called Suzanne, or the town called Suzanne. So, who was this Shunammite woman? The Bible says that she was a rich, influential, and prominent woman in the town. Now, despite these aspects, she was rich, influential, but yet she was humble. And so Elisha, seeing her hospitable nature, prophesied and blessed her with a son. And again in this verse, he says the son died. And the Bible says this woman, upon the death of her son, carried the son and placed it on the bed of the prophet Elisha, closed the door behind her, and rushed to meet the prophet. Now, upon arriving at where Elisha was, Gehazi, the servant of Elisha, tried to block this way. But because of her faith that she has, she knows where she was going. She knows where her solution lies. And so she was persistent. And it is that persistence that made Elisha to ask Gehazi to give her will. And when that happened, what the prophet Elisha did, he gave his task first to his servant to go ahead of them to the next woman, Eunice and Lois. These were the mother of Timothy and the grandmother of Timothy. They had a spiritual conviction that Jesus was the Messiah. So what did they do? Eunice, the mother of Timothy, raised Eunice in the fear of God. Now, she was not believing in God. She was not obedient. Do you think she would have raised Timothy to this level until Timothy became one of the apostles, the disciples of the apostles? Paul recognizes the faith of these women and equally prayed that Timothy equally had that same faith as his mothers. So mothers, this tells us that we should raise our children in the fear of God. Remember as women, the Canaanite woman. This woman, her own daughter was suffering, was possessed, known to be a pagan nation. And so they were considered, once approached these people, these Canaanite people, it was considered that people become unholy or clean. So that was the extent to which they were classified. And so when she approached Jesus, Jesus equally denied the first time by saying that I was not sent except to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So during that time, Jesus was just trying to prioritize his mission. But again, due to her persistence, gave the parable, it is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs. Meaning that in English you can say he was indirectly insulting that woman. But the woman, understanding exactly what Jesus was saying, equally responded to Jesus by saying that even the little dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table. And so Jesus saw her faith and declared healing on her daughter. And the Bible says at that same hour, that instant, her daughter received healing. So now when we look at all of these, what then are the key lessons can we draw from these three women? The first lesson is that God always rewards generosity. We saw the case of the Shunammite woman. She was generous, right? She did not look at her status. She used her status as a blessing. If she was not generous and hospitable, do we think that Prophet Elisha would have granted her that? So, to be equally called a mother of faith, it requires a great need. What is that need? What is that situation in your life that you're going through that warrants you to go closer, to go closer to God and to build your faith more and more? In your own case, it might not necessarily be your daughter possessed or your son is being dead, but there is that situation in your life. All of us will have that situation. Even Jesus says, if you can only demonstrate a little faith as a mustard seed, you can move mountains. When that need arises, what do you do? When you're facing that situation, what is your plan of action? Once you are obedient, your obedience has that power to unlock the door of blessings and miracles upon your life. Not to forget that for you to be the mother of faith, it requires persistence. Persistent trust. Sans oublier que vous et moi, notre appelés, les femmes de foi, nous avons besoin de cette confidence persistante. Because if these women were not persistent, they wouldn't have received their mothers today. We are poor. That we should learn to display these characters of the Shunammite, the Canaanite, and Eunice and others. Mothers, we have roles to play. Build the nation. Be peacemakers. And that starts with how well you educate your children with the fear of the Lord and the Holy Scriptures. So let us bow down our heads and meditate on this word that we have